Hello everyone and welcome to Past the Post. My name is Michael Adolphs and we're going to go over the very best of racing from around the world this week, but mostly just focusing on the UAE because we had such good racing, especially at Meydan at HQ, where we will start with a 9-fixture card, including multiple pattern affairs. First on the docket, we had the Group 1 Al Maktoum Challenge Round 1, sponsored by Emaar. This is a Group 1 affair, as mentioned, 500,000 dirhams on the line for those purebred Arabians, the first big race of the year on the road to the Dubai Kahila Classic. And Mubid was the big favorite in here, along with Murad. They were vying for favoritism in the market as well as in the race as they battled down the stretch. In the end, Murad was too tough on the inside under Sylvester de Sousa for Majid Al-Jahori, winning by a nose over Mubid and Danny Tudhope for Jabir Bittar. Joe Starr was back in third.
Down the side they go here in the Al Maktoum Challenge at Group 1 level. RB Blind Date stepping up against Proven Company today is now contested on the outside by Murad, who slips on past and goes on by with ease. Mubid continues on with it. It looks like a two-horse race at the moment. Joe Starr now sliding up into third position from RB Blind Date. Best of the rest was Tarkdir as they come into the straight now, and it's Mubid and Danny Tudhope who take over the lead from Murad, who's not done with yet. Mubid's got a race on his hands. Here's Murad finding plenty the rail. Murad making it a race here to Mubid. These two tussle down the straight here. It's Murad the inside who retakes the lead, half a head now to Mubid. Mubid kicking back on the inside now. They hit the post. Inside, Murad just from Mubid. Half a head on the line. Joe Starr third over.
Here was Sylvester de Sousa, Group 1 victory on the Maktoum Challenge with Murad. The horse didn't have any dirt for him. What were you going on as far as confidence going into the race?
Well, I rolled his dad in a Kahila Classic and he threw him away. So obviously he hasn't run in the dirt, but as his father pedigree, he was designed for the dirt, and he got a group form in France and behind him, but it's nice to see him get a great one in front, and no, it's just a delight for the connection and for the first leg. The horse hasn't been arriving in the UAE for too long. He's only 6 weeks he's here, and he's done well to win.
Did you see Mubid on the outside and Danny coming up on your outside?
Yes, I did. That was, I want to keep him to my right, and, was a bit of tactical race. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we go into that race, hope to win. We're never sure, but we have to keep an eye on the good horses behind.
The second race of the night was the Listed Business Bay Challenge, the first stakes on the grass of the season at Meydan. This one, also sponsored by Emaar, saw favorite Mysterious Knight back up that favoritism, beating out Kanjar, a bit of a long shot there, finishing second. It was a second straight photo finish loss for Kanjar on a second different surface. Marban, not quite taking to the softer ground, was back in third. William Buick was aboard for Charlie Appleby.
And it's Justino who leads the way by a length and a half here to Kanjar in second. A length and 3/4 Mysterious Knight. Marban getting a good run the rail. Next was Vaffatino from Al Qudra, Mountbatten, Make Me King, and Dubai Beach caught 4 or 5 deep round the bend. From Arnaud Domini, Andreas Versalius, then came Eraz and Ride of France as they hit the 350, and Justino comes back to them. Kanjar now up to its eye line from Mysterious Knight. Marban looking for an inside passage, making runs. Al Qudra, Vaffatino, Make Me King the widest. It's Kanjar from Mysterious Knight who looms up large. Kanjar from Mysterious Knight. Kanjar fighting ever so hard the inside. Mysterious Knight bobs and wins. Mysterious Knight only just.
Here with Charlie Appleby, Mysterious Knight. He's an old boy. He's getting it done every year.
Yeah, like I say, he's always been a model of consistency. Gets his head in front every so often, but at Meydan he's always just seemed to find one too good. But he came into this evening in great shape. Obviously, with the rain that we had over the last 24 hours, would have been a slight concern. But I don't think he wants it, rattling ground. But a bit of ease in that ground probably helped him a little bit, possibly. We had a great sit round there. William had a great posse, and sort of when William gave him the office, and I just felt this is his horse's chance. He's had a great run round, and William was there ready to pounce when needed.
Looks like Al-Qudra had a nice run as well. He had a little bit of traffic in there.
Yeah, I think he'll improve a little. All of these, these three should all sort of come on a bit for their run. If anything, I'd say that Al-Qudra and correct me, Richie's horse now, off the top of my head now, will come on more so than Mysterious Night. Mysterious Night's been in work more than the other pair. They had a bit more of a break, and he was doing a nice bit of work before he left the UK, so he's just sort of maintained that since he's been here.
The third race of the night was the first stakes of the season for those 2-year-old fillies. It was called the Shahama Stakes and was over 7 furlongs. Labo went straight to the front under Bernardo Pinheiro for the Crown Prince and won nicely for Salim Bingadere. The final margin was about 2.5 lengths, beating out Star Mirage, who failed to change leads and finished second under James Doyle for Hamid Al-Jahani and Wathnan. Tanja Reid was stuck in between horses, might be one to watch next time, as she finished third, while Sishi ran well to be fourth, closing stoutly for Michael Bell.
Labois the leader from Uno, the margin a half length. Char Reid third and 3 wide, 4 deep now Star Mirage, and is pouring on the pressure out deeper. Good pace in behind them. Gisa dropping away from the main division, but racing in isolation here. It's 8 lengths back to Piana in 6th position from Karma Bling, and these are going to have to put in a monumental effort to win. Leaders kick away here. Labois, Star Mirage doing a double time the whole way around the track. Char Reid next. Labois finding more. Labois at the 200 into the final furlong, putting a real good side in here. 3 lengths in advance of Star Mirage. Char Reid, Uno dropping away. 60 coming from a long way back, but it's all Labois. Labois, gate to wire, wins the fillies race by 2.5. Star Mirage, wind runs over into second.
Bernardo Pinheiro gets done the Shahama Stakes. She was 4th first out. And Labois, did you learn a lot from her in that first round just to get her to do what she did today?
Yeah, definitely. You know, if you go back to her last run, you know, she jumps pretty smart in front, but I was outside draw, so, and we respected the field. The field has experience that day, and she didn't. So I was happy to take a seat and to give her a nice class. If you go back and watch her race very well, you know, she throws the head a bit in the kickback. She hangs behind the other fillies. It's normal, you know, first time out for a 2-year-old. And the most important, she came out of that run amazing. She improved a lot, and her gallops home showed that. So I was very confident on her. When we got good draw today, I was confident, and she's pretty smart from the gate. So the first plan was to lead, but it's not mandatory. You know, she's a field that she can sit for sure. But, you know, I got a good draw. I used her speed, and once they let me...
You're able to slow her down a little bit, too.
Yeah, you know, we slow down. I let her breathe. When I look for her, she just do whatever she does.
The fourth race of the night, and the second on the grass, was the 5-furlong Irtijal Dubai Dash, a listed affair, 500,000 on the line. And Cover Up won the race for the second year in a row. William Buick was aboard for Simon and Ed Crisford. Robbo, with terrible luck in the running, finished a good second under Danny Tudhope, his second race of the night, in the runner-up spot. Power Mode ran well to be third and is definitely one to watch out of this race. He will come forward immensely.
Pontos the leader, but he's got company here. Swift Asset comes to his eye line in second. Dubai Treasure at the 600 metres is also there with Bombay Bazaar. Power Mode all dressed up, nowhere to go on the inside, gets his clear run now. Then came Cover Up from Eastern World. Raba has to come past all of them. It's Swift Asset. Swift Asset and Pontos, Desperate Hero working through now. Cover Up, a few can win still. Then came Dubai Treasure from Power Mode. Cover Up looking for the run. Cover Up getting the run. Inside the 200 metres, Cover Up burns away here. Raba coming from a long way back, but it looks a mission impossible at the 50-metre mark. It's Cover Up. Cover Up too sharp. 2 lengths on the line from Raba. Power Mode, photo fourth.
It's the man on the ground here and the man in the know for the Gainsborough operation of the Crisfords. Here is George Prince, the assistant trainer. And this is a horse in Cover Up that he was very impressive last year on the faster ground. There was a worry with some people that he wouldn't handle. We knew that he could handle it a little bit. He wouldn't be as good today. He was better today, wasn't he?
Yeah, look, I don't think we were ever that concerned about the ground. I mean, he's won on a softer surface before in England. I think ideally he wants a good ground, good to firm ground, quicker surface, but we were hopeful that he would act on it, and he did today. So.
And for you watching the race, was there any moment of pause at all, like any concern? Because it seemed that William kind of had him in a comfortable spot throughout.
Yeah, look, William had him in a great spot. The horse travelled very well. They went a good pace, so it's just a matter of waiting and finding a gap, to be honest. But no, it looked William just very, complimented the horse a lot and just said how straightforward he was and how professional he was this year and this time compared to when he last rode him here last season. So looked he did the horse very professional, and everything happened felt for him. So no, we're delighted.
One of the most highly anticipated races of the night was the listed the Entazar, their first step on the road to the Dubai World Cup. Over 1,900 meters, just 100 meters short of the World Cup distance. This one featured a clash of Walk of Stars, fourth in last year's World Cup, as well as Heart of Honor, Artorias, Remorse, Karib, Kapir Khan, a Group 1 winner himself, the up-and-coming Honest Moon, and the USA shipper Generous Tipper. In the end, though, it was a bit of a meltdown on front, as Walk of Stars was headed by stablemate Artorias turning for home. But in the end, Heart of Honor would reel them in under Safi Osborne for Jamie Osborne. The son of Honor AP will now go to the Maktoum Challenge at the end of January, with his eye toward the Saudi Cup and Dubai World Cup after that.
As they approach the back turn, it's Walk of Stars here. 11.93, 11.94. He hasn't had to quicken up at all here, O'Shea, up in front. And he leads the way now by 3/4 of a length to Honest Moon. Remorse still there. Karib now a shot duck on the inside, and he's going to fall into a few laps here. Coming past him, El Yabri, Artorias, Kabir Khan hampered again. It's been a horror run for him. Heart of Honor next, working through runners. And then came Generous Tipper, who still has to come from last. It's Walk of Stars, the leader. Artorias stretching the neck out here as they wheel the bend into the straight and offering a real nice challenge from Remorse in third. Honest Moon, Heart of Honor to the wide outside. Walk of Stars has got Artorias breathing down his neck here in the Entazar. Walk of Stars from Artorias, who's gone past him at the moment. Walk of Stars is fighting back on the inside, and in the meantime, Heart of Honor is leaping out of the ground here out wider. Heart of Honor from Artorias, Walk of Stars, Heart of Honor. What a statement! Heart of Honor, welcome to the big race, son. 2.5 here to Artorias. Walk of Stars third. Fourth over was El Yabri.
This is Heart of Honor. It's just a hard-trying horse. Gets Safi first. He's a horse that obviously keeps you on your toes. He keeps you on your toes. He's got an attitude of his own out there, but he also tries hard every time.
He tries hard when it matters. In the last couple of furlongs, he doesn't try very hard for me early on. Someone just put a camera in front of me and they said, "Did you enjoy that race?" And I said, "No, not really." And then I thought that probably sounds really negative. But no, he kind of annoyed me a bit, because when I turned into the bottom bend, I started to get after him, and all of a sudden I found another leg, and I thought, "You're just being really lazy, aren't you? You're just really taking the mickey out of me and making me work really hard for it." But no, we tried something different in the stalls today and put a rug on him. It didn't work. He was still very naughty. And it just shows that he's probably still doing all of this off of raw ability. Like, hopefully when he becomes more professional, grows up a bit and becomes more streetwise, like some of these sort of battle-hardened dirt horses, then he's going to be even more exciting. And yeah, I said earlier, I think after the last day, I was just relieved to see him do what he did, but today we can get excited.
And Jamie, you see this as a horse that he's got a ton of ability and a ton of options after this, obviously. We'll talk about those in a second, but while you're watching this race, what's going through your mind? You know that he's got horse, you know that Safi's got horse under her, and that he's going to make his run.
Yeah, look, you're trying to read the body language on the way through the race, and if you didn't know the horse, you'd be very concerned through the first half. But, he's done this before, so under normal circumstances, when you see your horse going as badly as that down the back, you're kind of just wanting to crawl into a hole. But with him, there is always a belief that he's going to pass one, he's going to pass another one, and then he's going to find a leg when he turns into the straight, and that's what's happened. He's an extraordinary animal. He's clearly long in stamina. And he just does not overdo himself in the first half of a race, so it's always going to be a little bit of a white knuckle ride watching him race. But what happens at the winning line is really all that matters, and he hasn't let us down, and it's just wonderful for Jim and Claire, who put a lot into this game with the aim to find a horse like this, and to find him and have him live now going forward for the rest of the season in the region is is brilliant.
And you've got obviously big options. You've got, if you've granted an invite, you have possible things in Saudi. You have, with the richest race in the world there, you have 2 big preps here for the World Cup. There are a lot. Is you going to let the horse kind of tell you naturally, or if these options come up, are they a go?
Well, there's basically four possible races that we can go to now between now and World Cup, including the World Cup. We're not going to do all 4. I'm pretty sure that we'll go on the 23rd of January to the Al Maktoum Challenge, 3 weeks before the Saudi Cup. Obviously, he came into here off 109, which isn't going to get him into a World Cup. It'll be interesting to see what Mr. Hindle thinks he's achieved tonight.
Intense.
Ball's in his court. I would like to think he could make the cut for a Saudi Cup. And that, obviously, if we got the opportunity to do that, that would be a route we would probably take.
You have 20 million reasons to give it a go, obviously.
Oh, yes.
I think also the configuration of the track in Saudi, I think, would really suit him. Obviously, it will be a high-quality field no matter what, but I think one turn, big long straight, I think will really suit him.
A third grass race of the evening was the featured grass affair, the Group 2 Al Rashidiyah. This one over 1,800 meters or 9 furlongs saw Charlie Appleby dominating the market with 1, 2, 3 Opera Bello, Nation's Pride, and First Conquest, and that is the order they finished. Opera Bello could not have been more impressive, as he slowly has cranked up over his career and upped as far as class goes. The son of Gaiath is one to watch for William Buick and, of course, the Godolphin team. Nation's Pride, our old favorite, finished second 3 legs behind, while First Conquest was another 5 3/4 behind that.
700 metres left to go. Miss of Change now increases the tempo. 11.59, 11.90. Half a length to Nation's Pride, who goes up to contest. Opera Barlow. William Buick sitting quiet as a church mouse here in third. Chicago Critic now up on the inside in fourth from Caramelito. Plenty of room. Everything's going to get their chance here. First Conquest makes good ground. Stormy Ocean last. Nation's Pride beats off Miss of Change. Opera Barlow now starting to present the outside here. Opera Barlow comes past Nation's Pride. First Conquest up into third. It's going to be a Godolphin 1, 2 and 3, but the talented Opera Barlow is now a group winner in Dubai. Opera Barlow 3.5 on the line from Nation's Pride. First Conquest.
He's a son of Gaiath, and so our hearts will always rule our heads with him. You know, we've always felt this horse has got the engine there, but we see the father in him, that if we unleash him too soon, you know, he could just become that one-trick pony, and so therefore we've been very keen to try and teach this horse to settle. On times it hasn't unfortunately worked for us, but basically twice at Newmarket. But we brought him out here this winter simply because we felt the track would suit him. You know, it's a nice level galloping track, and you know, the better quality of race he runs in, the faster the tempo will be to help him to relax. As we saw tonight, you know, they've gone nice even fractions, they've not gone mad. But like William says, he's such a high tempo horse, he still just wants to, they could do with him going a stride quicker. But his acceleration was there for us all to see, and I feel that the race worked out well in Nation's Pride, and First Conquest finishing second and third. It might just disappoint some people having a 1, 2, 3, but for the race itself, it justifies the calibre of the race that horses, you know, he's beaten tonight, because you know, you've got a multiple Group 1 winner, Grade 1 winner in second there, and a very solid horse in third, so it's good for the race.
Jebel Ali coming up next for him, possibly. It comes up in about 4 or 5 weeks. That's shorter than you usually brought him back. Usually 6 to 10 weeks you've had between his races. Any concern about that, just with a horse that has been developing?
Not now, because he's becoming more of a furnished horse now. That's the strongest we've ever seen him here tonight. You know, as a physical, and I feel that he's at that stage of his career that you'd be confident that you'll be able to back him up within that time period.
The biggest race of the night as far as purse and prestige was the Group 2 Al Maktoum Mile. This one over 1,600 meters, and of course a mile distance, saw the clash of Imperial Emperor, our second choice, who finished 11th in the Dubai World Cup last year, as well as Saudi Derby winner Commissioner King, Mendelssohn Bay winner of the Dubai Creek Mile, King Gold, a Group 1 winner himself, as well as Tumba Rumba shipping in from the USA, and Mestri, who won this race last year. In the end, though, Imperial Emperor, the market favorite, would not be denied. Coming up the inside of his stablemate Commissioner King, he won by a length and a half. Ty Gaucher was aboard for Bupat Seymour and Diva Racing Syndicate. Mendelssohn Bay, perhaps bouncing a little bit off of that big effort in the Dubai Creek Mile, is definitely one to watch out of this run as he still managed to finish third on class. He will definitely move forward again.
So as they swing the bend here now, it's Commissioner King and Imperial Emperor who now has the inside passage to work through and now hits the lead. It's Imperial Emperor from Commissioner King, then came Mendelssohn Bay from David of Athens. Imperial Emperor finding Imperial Emperor from Commissioner King, who's still there fighting alongside him. Half a length to 3/4 of a length now. Imperial Emperor is really having to work to get his prize here. It's Imperial Emperor in the Al Maktoum Mile from Commissioner King, who's running the race of his life, the former Saudi. But it's Imperial Emperor who will do enough. A length and a half to Commissioner King, Mendelssohn Bay.
Imperial Emperor backs up his favoritism here in the Group 2 Al Maktoum Mile. The horse has always been well regarded, and he's really come along really well for you as far as the last year goes. Today he backed up that favoritism.
Yeah, like I said, we haven't fully tightened him up yet. There's a big room for improvement from here on as well. He ran a good horse. Look, he had to run as good as he ran because he's the highest rated horse in the race. He won the 2 mile races, very impressive last year. And then he went to 1.25 miles and did really well as well. So, yeah, look, he's a horse, I think, who's improved with summer under his belt. And hopefully we can keep on from here.
Speaking of a summer under his belt, Commissioner King ran lights out. Got an easier lead than expected without Mestri beside him, but it's not like he was going slow out there.
No, you're right. I mean, look, he's a high-class horse. He's won the Saudi Derby, and he beat a very good horse from America who was a Grade 1 winner in America. So, on his day, he's a very, very good horse, and he's a big horse, and I think he'll keep improving again. I think there's more improvement to come from here on.
And last of the top three, you had Mendelssohn Bay. He just plugs along again. He really finished well. Do you think you may stretch him out after this?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. He's by Mendelssohn, who's got a track record here at UAE Derby. And then, he's out of a curling mare. So, curling, obviously, we all know that he won the Dubai World Cup. So, there's plenty of stamina in the pedigree, and I think that would be probably the logical step.
The last grass race of the evening, race 8, was the Dubai Racing Cup Classic. This is a handicap for 85 to 105 rated horses over 12 furlongs on the grass that was a bit yielding on the evening. By the Book and Masai Moon, the 2 Godolphin runners for Charlie Appleby, dominated the market, but in the end it was By the Moon who dominated this race. He could not have won this more easily, winning by 4.5 lengths over Asgard's captain. William Buick is aboard this 103 rated sort, who definitely will be one to watch in the future. Flying Honours rounded out the top 3, Masai Moon in 4th.
Book Review looking to stay all day. He's 2 lengths to Masai Moon, Asgard's captain third, looking for an out, then came By the Book, followed by Ruling Dynasty as they swing the bend now from Valdivia. Flying Honours. Book Review on tired legs. He's now 1.5 lengths clear of Masai Moon. By the Book is ambling up to them here, and By the Book snaffles them up real quickly here. By the Book coming away from Book Review. Then came Masai Moon, who's trying to fight out for second. Asgard's captain next. But this could be the easiest winner of the night for the Royal Blue. By the Book comes away to win comfortably. 5 lengths to Asgard's captain, a nice UAE start for him.
Buick caps a 4-timer with a horse that was By the Book was very, very impressive. None of us really expected him to win by that far, especially over these horses, but he did it almost top weight, and it's a horse that's shown versatility with different distances. Where does he belong right now? How high is his ceiling?
Yeah, I think everyone sort of, from myself and the team's, Charlie's perspective was, we were looking for him to show his hand tonight and see what he could do, and you can't really ask for a performance like that of top weight, It was a good performance, and he was probably well placed in this race, but look, he put in a great performance, and I think he sort of stamped himself as ready to step up in grade now. So see what there is for him. Immediate thoughts. Obviously he's 1.5 miles, so he stays a trip, but he's got enough speed to drop back to 1.25 miles if he needed to. So Charlie and the team will sit down and map out a program for him.
And the last race of the evening was a 1-2-3 finish for His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Michael Costa, and the Jebel Ali team. Raji and Muja, both runners from the Mid-Atlantic May sale at Fasig Tipton in May, came 1-2 in here, with Andrew Slattery picking it up on the outside. Muja was second for Richard Mullen, and Marsoud, their stablemate, was back in third. It's a 1-2-3 for the Jebel Ali team to cap the night at Meydan.
They come into the straight, and it's the filly of the trio here, Muja, who's come clear by 3 lengths to Donde Fermo, Marsoud, these two in pursuit, along with Murham. Then came Raja from a long way back, but it's Muja. Muja still with a break of 3 or 4 lengths here to Donde Fermo. Raja coming home with a wet sail. Muja getting tired. Raja looks the threat. Muja over the top. Raja's going to come home to win. Raja away with the prize, and it's Costa 1, 2 and 3.
Let's head over to Al-Ain, where we had 7 races the day before on Thursday. First up, we had a maiden over 2,000 meters that was won well by 7.5 lengths by Shakir in those Yas Racing colors of His Highness Sheikh Mansour. Hamid Al-Basedi was aboard for Majid Al-Johori.
Italy quickly claimed by Shakir on the outside. It's Shakir who heads to the lead now from Italy. SS Alouaz has taken the inside passage from Ajwa, Mutamasik, tired horses everywhere. Shakir the leader from SS Alouaz, who's starting to make ground the inside. Shakir still with enough at bay. Past the 250, Shakir's got 3 lengths now on SS Alouaz as they come into the final part of the straight, and they're stretching right out. Shakir coming away here in the final furlong. Shakir's now 5 lengths in advance of SS Alouaz, and up into third position Aswa battles on with Mutamasik. Shakir's home. Shakir goes on to win for Majid Al-Johuri in the first. 4.5 to SS Alouaz, Aswa, Mutamasik.
Second race of the night was another maiden for 4-year-olds and upwards, 70 grand on the line, over 9 furlongs, and once again, Yas Racing got it done, this time with Rasik Al-Wathba. Sylvester de Sousa in the saddle for Eric Legree. Sana Maha beat out Muzaffar Al-Manlo, and Wahaj back in third.
And at the meantime there, Rasik Al-Wathba takes over the lead. Rasik Al-Wathba at the 325, a length and a half now, 2 lengths to Muzaffar de Monlau. Al-Fardik was next from Yorafref up on the inside, Wahaj. But Rasik Al-Wathba comes away here with 150 to go. He doesn't know how to put away a race though. 2.5 lengths in advance of Muzaffar de Monlau, but Rasik Al-Wathba, he will do enough today. It's Rasik Al-Wathba's day in the sun. 3.5 to Muzaffar de Monlau. Wahaj second over.
Third race of the night saw the Al-Alawi team and Haka du Soleil get it done for Ty Gaucher in the saddle. This was a handicap 0 to 85 rated. He beat out a Yas Racing sort in Mueth. Lindor de Bazuz was back in third. Final margin was 2.5 lengths.
Taking over the lead is Haka du Soleil, but not for long. Raja's quickly on the scene here. Zephyr working through from last is Muath, and out deeper on the course, RB Nashhouse is continuing to peg away. Haka du Soleil still with an advantage here of 4 or 5 lengths. Has got a clear lead now from Lindor de Borzels, Okacha. Then came Muath from Raja. RB Nashhouse can do no more. Haka du Soleil trying to go all the way, and Haka du Soleil will do exactly that. Ty Gaucher on the board here with Haka du Soleil. 2.5 to Muath, who's made good ground from last.
Fourth race of the night was another maiden, this time for 3-year-olds over 9 furlongs. AB Tahan with Abdulaziz Al-Balushi for Ibrahim Al-Hadrami, who continues to rise up the trainer ranks, got the win here by 1/4 length. Lahoub was back in second, with Shamrook in third for Yas Racing.
Taking over is AB Tahan as they hit the 300-metre mark from Shamrook from the back of the field. Lahoub starting to get warm here now. He wanted to do everything wrong in the early stages, and now he's starting to find his form with Jadal Green. It's AB Tahan from Shamrook, Jadal Green, and up on the outside, Lahoub starting to loom large. Good finish down to the line. Lahoub's going to come over the top of AB Tahan, who kicks back. Photo! AB Tahan, I'd say just.
Fifth race of the night was a handicap not 270 rated Purebred Arabians over 8 furlongs. And K. Saboud's AS Asif got another win in his career. AF Mutak was back in second with Niza Al-Wathba for Yas Racing rounding out the top 3. Marcelino Rodriguez was aboard for the victory.
Nizar El-Wathba starting to storm through. He's absolutely travelling here, Nizar El-Wathba. Nizar El-Wathba on the inside here is still on the bridle, the rest of them being worked upon. Up on the inside was El-Hebi, then came Asyaf. I'll tell you what, he's going to have to work hard here now, though. He's been pressured up there, has Sylvester de Sousa. Nizar El-Wathba having to fight back here, and he's not able to reel in Muatak and Asyaf at the moment. He's got them beat. Asyaf, the middle as well, goes again. Asyaf Jaf, half a length to Muatar.
Sixth race tonight was a maiden for 4-year-olds and up Pure But Arabian, 70 grand on the line over that flat 5 furlongs that they love to end their nights with at Al-Ain. HK Zifrana got it done over Al Kabir, and Ryant Al Hosen back in third. Abdulaziz Abalushi got his second win of the evening, this time for trainer Khalifa Al Mazroui.
They come down the straight here, and plenty can win. HK Zafrana gives a sight the centre of the course here and starts to get to a lead of a length and a half. Running on well the near side, Al Kabir. Far side there, running on as also was King de Violettes. HK Zafrana, though, is going to take some chasing. HK Zafrana gets a nice break in the hot pink silks, and another one here for connections. Down the straight 5 at Al-Ain. HK Zafrana is going to come away and parcel this up very, very easily. HK Zafrana, he's down at the line, 5-2.
The seventh race and the final one of the night was another straight sprint on the 5 furlongs, perhaps the best horses of the evening running. This a 0-85 Pure But Arabian affair, 70,000 on the line, and Jamra SB for Ibrahim Al-Hajami got the trainer his second win of the night. It was also a second win for jockey Hamoud Al-Busaidi. Aramira was second for Connor Beasley, with AF Yartad and Sylvester de Sousa back in third.
It's Namrud who's got a narrow lead here from Jamra SB, the centre. Then came AR Amira in Kath. Jamra SB now hits the lead though. Jamra SB from AR Amira, who's there to fight. In behind them, Easy Lap running on as well. The near side, Yartard. It's Jamra SB from AR Amira, who's trying to get close. Jamra SB still staving off AR Amira as they come down to the line. Jamra SB. Jamra SB a length.
Let's head over to the capital to cap the weekend of racing. We had 7 affairs, kicking off at 5 o'clock with the Winter Pearl Maiden. This one saw Khardoum and Abdulaziz Abalushi give that jockey his 3rd win of the weekend. This one also gave Ibrahim Al-Hajami his 3rd win of the weekend, winning by 3 lengths.
Coming into the straight, it's Fury Nocturne D'Arteo, but Khardoum is pouncing the outside here as they swing the bend. It's Fury Nocturne D'Arteo from Khardoum. Up into 3rd position was Farida, and then came Guryon out wider, but it's Khardoum who hits the lead with 200 metres left to go. 2.5 clear here of Fury Nocturne D'Arteo, but they're chasing shadows here. It's Khardoum coming away, the 101 Raider, and he looked a good thing on paper, and he's delivered tonight. Start 5. Khardoum by 3 lengths, beats home into second, Fury Nocturne D'Arteo.
The second race of the night was a listed affair for Pure But Arabians, 180,000 on the line. This was the Abu Dhabi Championship, the feature of the night. And the highly anticipated return of Amr Byrne after an inexplicable run last time on HH the President Cup Day saw him get back to winning ways by nearly 3 lengths. Yassa was back in second for Hamad Al-Barar, and Azam was in third. Ty Gaucher was aboard for the first time and for the victory.
As they come into the straight, and Amr Byrne sets sail for home. He's out clear by a few lengths now on Yasser. Then came up on the outside there was Azam AH, but Amr Byrne finding plenty here on the inside, and Amr Byrne shot clear here in the final part. He's 4 lengths clear of Yasser in second. Third there was Azam AH. Amr Byrne's going to come home to win this comfortably. Amr Byrne back in the winner's circle, 4 lengths to Yasser.
The third race of the night was a handicap 0-270 rated Pure But Arabians over a mile and saw Barak El Meydan and Bernardo Pinheiro get another victory this weekend. Muhammad Al-Shamsi trains the victor.
They wheel for home here, and it's Medmay up on the outside who goes to Sincerely. El Motomata. Then came Rafiq up on the inside. Copes Delitra looking for a way through. It's Lahij up in front from Medmay. Borak El Madam and LZ Bibi down the outside. Good finish here. Borak El Madam hits the lead from Lahij. LZ Bibi getting there with every stride. Borak El Madam, though, will stave him off. Borak El Madam, the winner.
Fourth race of the night was a Wafa Stallions Cup for private owners over the marathon 2,400 meters or 12 furlongs. Ias Fayez, who loves those long distance races, won well here for Salam Al-Marar, giving Bernardo Pinheiro yet another win on the weekend. AF Al-Zahi was back in second for Ernst Ertel. The final margin of victory was a nose.
Baudelaire D. Ghazal leads from Ghazi El Shahania. The race starts to hot up. Asiak 3 wide, starting to make his run with RB strings attached, poking through the inside. Then came El Zahi with Tira. Al Burhan Madison to the wide outside. Combat Hyperlight runs on with Rums. And ES Fires comes to the wide outside. It's Baudelaire D. Gazal up in front here as they make their way to the 200-metre marker. Making runs out wider. El Zahi, Asiak. ES Fires coming home with a wet sail out wider. It's Baudelaire D. Gazal needing the post with El Zahi. ES Fires at the line. Gets there. Maybe. ES Fires photo finish with El Zahi.
A maiden for 3-year-olds followed, this one over 2,200 meters or 11 furlongs. It was a well-matched affair that saw Gina back up favoritism and give Ibrahim Al-Hadrami and Abdulaziz Al-Balushi their 4th victories of the weekend. Zakir was in 2nd for Yas Racing and Majid Al-Johori, while Haitham Al-Murabal was back in 3rd for Ibrahim Al-Hadrami as well. Final margin of victory was 2 1/4 lengths.
They come into the straight and it's Gina the leader. They've dropped away from Amid. Now running on well also there was Zakir. It's Gina and Zakir. They go to battle. Gina still holding the lead at the moment. Inside the 200-metre mark. Zakir not done with. Gina having to work hard. 2.5 lengths to Zakir. Gina though slipping away here in the final 100. And Gina goes on to win. It's a double for Abdulaziz Al-Balushi.
The handicap through 0 to 75 rated 3-year-old thoroughbreds was next. This one was also over those 11 furlongs and was a thrilling affair, as Michael Costa's Rabat looked like a winner for a bit there until Al Mukhtar reeled him in under Connor Beasley for Aqib bin Harmish. Deciduous was back in 3rd.
As they swing the bend for home here, Cosmic Desert from Rabat in 2nd. Al Mukhtar, Deciduous making ground the inside along with Katab. Up in front though, taking over, it's Al Mukhtar along with Rabat. Al Mukhtar leads the way from Rabat, who's fighting on the inside. Al Mukhtar still with the advantage from Rabat. Then came Katab, Deciduous coming home late, but it's Al Mukhtar. Al Mukhtar half a length from Rabat.
And the final race of the weekend, this was for the thoroughbreds at Abu Dhabi over 6 furlongs, and saw Odai get to the winner's circle for Samar Rafai and Oscar Chavez. He beat out yet another Jebel Ali runner-up, Akrama, back in 2nd for Michael Costa and Sylvester de Sousa, with Whitegate rounding out the top 3 for Bin Harmish.
Topping away now Tajdiff as the run opens up now for La Karama, but he has to run down Whitegate, who's got a full head of steam heading into the straight here from Pure Ambition. La Karama now getting back down to work. It's Whitegate from La Karama, Pure Ambition and Odai. Whitegate from La Karama, Odai, Pure Ambition. Whitegate still there. Odai coming with a full head of steam. La Karama rallying late again, but Odai's off and gone. Odai 1.5 lengths beats home La Karama. Whitegate 3rd over.
Now let's look at the championship standings here in the UAE. Gas Racing picked up 3 victories and now has an 18-win total. His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and their Jebel Ali stables now have 11 victories, picking up 1 this weekend. His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Mohammed Al Maktoum got 1 victory as well and has 6. And then we have Shadwell and Godolphin tied with 5. In the trainers race, both Bhupat Simar and Musab Al Mehari both picked up a sole victory and are still tied with 17. Technically, Bhupat Simar has 4 more second-place finishes, so is in the front at this time. The one they got to watch out for is Ibrahim Al-Hadrami, who picked up 4 victories and is now with 16. Michael Costa picked up a sole victory back in 4th and now has 11, while Eric Lamartinel holds steady with 8th and 5th place. Among the jockeys, Sylvester de Sousa maintains his lead with 1 victory this week and 18 total. Bernardo Bonero, his countryman from Brazil, has 17, picking up 3 this week. Hagoshe also picked up a trio and has 16, continuing to rise back to challenge Sylvester once again. Richie Mellon and Ray Dawson hold steady at 13. Now let's look at what's coming up this week in the UAE. We have the final meeting at Jebel Ali for 2025 on Saturday the 27th, and the following day the same for Sharjah on the 28th. We thank you for tuning in and hope to see you here next week on Past the Post. My name is Michael Adolphson, and may all your photo finishes be winning ones.